Anybody could beat him. He could go into a Division Rivals game. He could go into a FUT Champs game and lose against a Gold 1 player, lose against a Gold 3, a Silver 1 player. It's that consistency that's been his Achilles heel, as the desk was saying a little bit earlier on. I'm interested to see which Ryan turns up. You'll know, you'd say, by sort of half-time, end towards the first leg, which Ryan has shown up. Is it going to be the playoff Ryan that we saw?
Yep.
Or is it going to be the disappointing Ryan that we've seen in sort of stages throughout this season?
Well, it was a bit of a magical finish yesterday, wasn't it? The way that Ryan went and won that last game of Swiss-style format against Black Arrow. Incredible stuff. It was he's 4-0 down in the first leg. He got some advice from Honey Badger, who's been with him throughout the competition. He changed so many things around, even fullbacks, centre midfielders coming into it, and he won his second leg 5-4, and you saw the reactions after that.
You can see his results and the matchmaking that he did get. Hashtag Ryan, a good victory, 6-4 in Swiss round 3 against Vitality Harosia. He had to come up against F2 Tech, not an easy feat for anybody. Only losing 4-2 though in that game. On the other side of the stage, you've got FaZe, Tass, 1-4, lost 1, 21 goals scored, 13 conceded, and you're going to be able to see his results. 7-2 victory against Battlecat to send him 4-1. It was that decisive 5-2 victory against Hashtag Harry that sent him through in Swiss style. He lost 4-3 against Dax in a enthralling game that we got the opportunity to commentate on, and a 3-2 win against Marcus Gomes, setting up nicely for a 2-0 record to start the day off in Swiss round yesterday.
As I said, this is the round of 16 as well, so if you win this game, you send yourself through till Sunday. So Sunday is our championship kind of day where we're going to have quarterfinals onwards there. So we'll get this round of 16 concluded, then we'll be moving on to the PlayStation. 5 rounds of Swiss style there, so do not go anywhere. So much FIFA action to come here live from the Gfinity Arena. But what a game this is. 9th against 14th in the seedings coming into this tournament. But on the Global Series rankings, a bit of a different story. 14th against 23rd on that. Obviously, we've seen Ryan at a few events, but you heard Mike speak about it. It's that mental side of the game that has been holding him back a few times. Both
of these two players, the reason that they're quite high on the Global Series rankings through that Club World Cup that they both went through, they both had quite successful Club World Cups, making the latter stages of the tournament. Tass with FaZe Clan, Ryan with Manchester City alongside Shells. Gave them a good sort of building blocks, foundations to set their stall up for the Global Series this year. It was quite a late start from both of them as well.
It was an amazing tournament as well. Obviously, both of these did play in the EPL last week as well. Chelsea, and obviously the beloved Arsenal of Tass, wearing his FaZe top, number 14 on the back, number 14 for a reason as well. Huge Thierry Henry fan. Expect to see him substituted on a little bit later into the game. We still have not seen a shot registered in our first leg yet, but a little bit about Tass, Rich. He plays 5 at the back. Mike said it briefly, we said it yesterday. He's kind of creating his own meta as such. He's playing his own formation that not really anyone else is doing.
Well, I wouldn't say it's a meta as such. I'd say that it's more of a personal preference. Meta is something that anybody can do across any game, and it's sort of, that's the most strong tactic that you can use. 5-3-2 isn't necessarily the most strong tactic. It just suits Tass's play style the best of being able to keep the ball. If you're someone who likes playing quick passes, very similar to what we saw Clutch doing, 5-3-2 isn't the way forward. You want more players going forward. You want to be able to spread the ball out wide. If you are Tass, you get those fullbacks on, you get Mbappe on, you get on the left-hand side, looks like Marcelo, really bombing on from fullback. You get those crosses into the box, into your danger man. He's just playing into his strengths is what Tass is doing.
And the great thing about what Tass is doing as well, that he can move it to 3-5-2 if he needs to. You can see the attacking players who'll have it left wing back and right wing back, so he's always got the option that if the game isn't going his way, he can literally just move those players on a little bit more and they become more of a left midfielder and a right midfielder, even a winger.
Yeah, it brings Pelly on as well towards the back end of the game. At left wing back, lets him really bomb forward.
We saw the change he made yesterday as well. We took off Maldini and brought on Pele, as you mentioned. It was Vieira going into that back 5 in the middle of that middle 3, the 3 centre-backs there that obviously he believes in, but as we keep saying, everybody has their own preference when they come to these tournaments. Expect a cross, maybe the opening chance in this game. Does get headed away by Rafael Varane. This attack is not over with yet.
This is the sort of game that we're expecting to see. We're up on the stage. earlier when the players were here, just warming up, just getting sort of used to this knockout stage. So it's a different environment as well, because they're coming in to play one game of FIFA, and then that's it. That's them done for the day. They've got all Saturday left. So it's sort of the right mentality that you've got to come in with. You've got to come in fresh. You've got to come in switched on. That's why a lot of the players were here 2 hours before we started, playing against each other, warming up in skill games, just getting ready for the day. And when I'm up on the stage, chatting to Venny, who's behind him, chatting to Tass, when these two played against each other at hashtag, when they'd be sparring against each other, it were usually very tight games, nothing to separate the two at all. They usually just cancel each other out, and that's what you're seeing right here. Not a lot of room on this pitch to manoeuvre in.
Obviously, one man that was flawless in Swiss style yesterday, Megabit 5-0. He came in today saying, yeah, it's all good me being 5-0, but I've got to go and win this round of 16 game, or it really doesn't mean much.
And he is winning that round of 16 game right now, 1-0 up early doors against NSC Martial. Given that all the games are taking place at the same time, we'll try and give you the latest scores from around the grounds at half-time, at full-time in the first leg.
Obviously some amazing round of 16 games. Oh, he goes down. Referee says, no, we're going to play on. Still goalless in our first half of the first leg of the round of 16 game. But as you know, F2 Tex, he got himself through yesterday. He's up against Janos. Rebel Stokes against Lyrics. To Gacho, what a story that is. He's up against hashtag Harry.
And now we are into half-time. We'll have a little look around the grounds. The Gaucho, hashtag Harry, currently tied at 1 apiece. PSG Dax and AX Jory also tied at 1 apiece. Rafsu 1-0 down against Battlecat early doors. And Rogue MS Desari, the world champion, currently leading 1-0 against the Australian Marcus Gomes.
Yeah, I saw that. Obviously, Marcus Gomes, a very tough Swiss style fight. Then you come straight in against a world champion in your round of 16. You can't avoid anyone in these tournaments, especially at FUT Champions Cup, where there's so much up for grabs. The last one of the year, 1,500 Global Series ranking points to the two that will make that cross-console final come Sunday evening. And obviously the prize money as well that does come alongside that as well, which is an insane amount of money. However, half-time in this one, 0-0 the score, and there really is not anything to talk about shot-wise.
We've seen Tass's point of view here, so it's Ryan who's making changes in this sort of interval at half-time. Heads it off, looks like he might just be getting a drink. Camping himself down, you see Honey Badger stood there behind him. If we got an award for best coach, it probably was going to him yesterday, given his performance. Hashtag Ryan 4-0 down after the first leg. He turned it around and won 5-0 in the second leg. One of the biggest comebacks that we've maybe ever seen in competitive FIFA, to score 5 goals and to overturn your opponent in that sort of style. That just shows the mentality that FIFA can do to you. If you concede 1 goal, you concede 2 goals, and your opponent starts getting a bit boisterous, starts getting a bit loud, that can affect you.
I was watching Black Arrow as well. He was literally kind of like a few yards away from me yesterday by the front row at the Gfinity Arena, and you could just tell as every goal went in from hashtag Ryan, Black Arrow's head was just slowly dropping. He was like, oh God, I cannot give this game away. I'm 4-0 up in the first leg, and mostly we always see that first leg result carry players through into the second, but on that occasion, no, it was not enough, and what a turnaround it was. You saw the emotions, you saw the spirits, you even saw hashtag Harry supporting Ryan's goals that he scored that 5th one especially. A little bit more than sending himself through to the knockouts. Obviously, that's going to be 2 tournaments in a row. He's gone to the knockouts now. We saw him at the Gfinity LQE March, get himself to the knockouts and probably book himself a playoff spot last week. Now, it's all about looking towards the grand final and trying to get more points on the board.
He got through to the semi-final. Well, let's reiterate that as well, losing out to Dax. In the end, in that console semi-final on the Xbox.
Not really a bad player to lose to, is it? You know, a player that has been making the latter stages for so many tournaments. There was the time green shot. Yes, it was blocked. Mbappe now.
That's a really suspicious switch of play.
That's an unbelievable chance now. Croqueta into the shot. And the first big save of this game from David De Gea.
All coming from a mistake from Tass as well, looking to switch the play.
Hullet's in there. So was Ronaldo. David De Gea, look, you just see there. Take a breather for Tass. See what we saw yesterday from Tass. I think it was that one game where he had like 2 shots all game, came out drawing in one of the legs. He doesn't really need many chances. If you can be a player that can kind of work off 1 or 2 chances and go and win games still, it shows how clinical you are. And that's something that we see from Tass, because he can time things green. He's very much a perfectionist.
Well, the old school phrase, quality not quantity. The quality of the chances that he creates is what he really prides himself on. He's not going to be taking long shots. He's not going to be sort of throwing balls into the air with crosses that are a little bit hit and hope. He's going to work the perfect opportunities. That's exactly what he's going to do.
And he's going to play total football along the way as well. We'd love to get a passing count going forward into a number of other events, especially for players such as Tass, who have scored some unbelievable goals. You think back to the FIFA E Club World Cup, even back to the E Premier League when he was representing Arsenal, some of the goals he scored there. Here we go, this is Tass. And it's like I've just cursed him completely there, just gets dispossessed on the edge of the box against #Ryan. Look at the scores in front of you, Richard. Any updates there? Tex 2-0 up, I can see that one.
Battlecat as well, also leading 2-0 up against Rafsu. We'll give you the full first leg update after this game has finalised the latest scores as they stand, but in the game that we are focusing on, still nil apiece between FaZe, Tass and #Ryan.
And here comes the corner off the upright. Oh, nearly in as well. I have no idea how Kylian Mbappe stopped that on the line. #Ryan can laugh. Tass is a bit puzzled because it was a flick-on header originally from Ruud Gullit, hit the post, and it was near enough for tapping for one of these two. And Mbappe, I think he's kind of just some sort of like bird cam-esque flick off the line.
It's two real chances that have been created have been from set plays. I think this is how this game's going to go. Before we came on air, Brandon, we were saying what we're expecting from this game. I said maybe a 1-0, a 2-1. It's going to be very, very cagey. Not only that these two know each other so well, the two of the British giants in the scene, the great friends in the FIFA scene as well, but also it's a knockout game. Your first game of the day, you're coming in to an elimination matchup. You've got to take that into consideration as well.
Well, I think we're going back for an offside in the end, or even a free kick. Someone was pushed over, but oh my God!
Sounded like you're on a roller coaster.
Sound like Gary Neville when Fernando Torres went down the other end against Barcelona. That was nearly one hell of a mistake from Tass at the back there. Nearly played it to the feet of Ronaldo. It would have been a one-on-one and an open opportunity to go and put him 1-0 up, and especially after that scare a few seconds ago from the corner. Does not want to be doing that. Tass back in possession now, and we're into our last 20 minutes now. Just a scoop turn away from Ronaldo. And as Zig said, expect him to keep the ball, keep working it from left to right in the midfield, just to try and disrupt the formation that Ryan is playing. Ryan will know that though. Ryan will know that his opponent is going to try and just work him down.
Not only does it bring your players out of position as well, but it's frustrating when your opponent's just stood on the ball. You're like, come on, mate, come on, come at me, play the game. And that's what he's wanting to do. He's wanting to throw you out of the comfort zone.
And then when there is that gap between the two centre-backs, or if you pull out a CDM and there's a bit of space on the edge of the box for a finesse, that is when you're going to get punished. And as you said, we're not going to expect too many goals in this game. I know we've still got a second leg to come, do not get me wrong. Ryan coming forward now. He's got the better chances so far in this game. Coqueta or two from Mbappe, back to the edge of the box for Messi now. He's going to turn and face Ronaldo in all the space in the world. Somehow gets the header away. I was even going to question that for a second. I thought he could have maybe volleyed it, but Cristiano Ronaldo, he leaps above everyone else normally, and he's got unbelievable finishing anywhere in that box. 1-0 to Ryan. As I said, he has created the better of the chances in this game. Quite
a scrappy goal in the end. It's been a game of very little chances, very little quality as well in the final third. It was a big slice of fortune for that ball just to bounce up. 9 minutes from the end here. Ronaldo not going to make any mistake. Powerful header past the goalkeeper. And you saw a shake of the head, a shake of disapproval from Tass when that goal did go in. But you see the shots. #Ryan 7, Tass 0.
Goes without saying, we don't need to say it. If you don't create any chances, do not have a shot, you're not going to be scoring goals. Will Tass now change? He's made a pause. That means that in the last 5 minutes, he'll either bring on some fresh legs, or will he go and try that free at the back? I think it's already a custom tactic, already set into when he goes ultra attacking, it will instantly move into a 3-5-2. But with this little left, I think he's just going to try and make the most of this chance. Modric now inside R9. Oh, I saw the idea, and then he falls back to Hullet.
Really, really unlucky there from Tass. The little flick just around the corner looked so accurate. And in the end, maybe just a little bit too delicate. #Ryan able to hold firm, you'd say, on that chance there. You can see some of the latest scores on the right-hand side of your screen there. We'll give you a full roundup of the round of 16 matches after the first leg at the conclusion of this matchup.
So there's one that's looking straight at me as well between Dax and Joey. I'll share that score with you in just a second. Added time of 2 minutes. We should be there, and Ryan leading in the interval. And there we go, 1-0. You said it perfectly. 6 or 7 shots he curated compared to Tass that didn't really do much in that game other than try and work a chance. But he's in front. 1 goal probably won't be enough in the complexion of these 2 legs. And a few words with Harry now. But some of those scores on the doors, Richard, we'll have a look, as I said, after these goals have gone in. There wasn't really much to see, a number of chances and only 1 goal.
Yeah, 1 goal in the end did separate the 2 sides. A game of little chances. I think that's a fantastic way to set it up. We came into the match expecting a cagey game, expecting both players to cancel each other out. That's exactly what we had. Nice save there from David De Gea. A little short corner played into Neymar. You're going to see this corner.
This was it here. I think either someone
it's the following
yeah,
corner.
It was the other one. I think it was, here we go. So it's actually Mbappe that got something like that, and then Hullet. And then Mbappe somehow just flicks it onto the post instead of actually going into the back of his own goal. And I think this was where we actually saw the goal. A cricket from Mbappe. He cut back inside. Messi had the shot. It took a wicked deflection off the knee of Ramos. And it, like, the time just slowed down there for Cristiano Ronaldo. And he's never going to be missing in big occasions like that.
And this was the chance that Tass did create. Look at this little flick around the corner from R9. Just not enough on it. Fantastic awareness, defensive awareness from Sergio Ramos to get in the way. But at the conclusion of that first leg, it is 1-0 to #Ryan as it stands across the board in the round of 16. Megabit is currently 1 apiece with NSET Martial. F2 Tech's back to winning ways. He's 3-0 up and cruising against Infinity's Janos. Rebel Stokes and Imperial Lyrics 1 apiece. The Gaucho #Harry 2-all. That is as it stands.
Obviously, on the other side of that, I mentioned Dax against Joey. Joey 3-2 up in that first leg. Their scores are being updated as we're looking at them because not all of these first legs have concluded yet. Rafsu, Battlecat 2-0 up. He's having a fantastic weekend so far. The game that we're focusing on, obviously, only 1 goal scored in that. #Ryan 1-0 up against Tass. And MS Dasari against Marcus Gomes finishes 4 goals to 1 in the first leg.
And you talked about Battlecat having a fantastic weekend. He's just added another goal to that game. 3-0 up now against Vitality's Rafsu. Battlecat in a fantastic position. 3-0 up after the first leg.
I spoke to him yesterday and he just said, Brandon, it's simple. 2 games of FIFA for me, or 2 legs, could be enough to get me into the playoffs.
Yeah, that's exactly what he said to me this morning.
If you go back a month or 2 back when he was qualifying online for the EPL Manchester City club playoff event, he was just like, I just want to get there. I need points. This is it for me. If I want to try and revitalise my season, I need big performance in the EPL and a big performance in FUT Champions Cup number 6.
I remember speaking to him last year at ESWC, and he was contemplating where he wanted to go in the future in terms of his FIFA career. He was,
that was an interesting story, wasn't it?
I'm having to pay for my own things, pay for my own travel, and to come to these events. I'm funding myself to come. And now he's finally getting the opportunity. Man City last week at the EPL, a couple of club playoffs before that, the Gfinity Elite Series with Epsilon Man City. Now he's getting the opportunity. And if he wins this game against Rafsu, he's going through to the quarter-finals of the Xbox. It guarantees himself, I think it's 425 Global Series ranking points. He's just setting himself up so nicely for the playoffs.
Obviously, our game in focus will be underway again for the second leg in a minute. You can see both players on the screen now. So we mentioned about Tass, who you go back again 2 months or so ago, didn't know, where he felt in competitive FIFA. He wanted to get back to the heights of competing well, having big performances, finishing in the latter stages of competition, which he said, I remember back in the Paris days, when we had the whole FUT Championship series, and it finished in Berlin, didn't it? It started in Paris. He went and won that against Sihan. That only feels like a few weeks ago, but it was actually a few years ago. He wanted to feel that again.
Yeah, he did. Just confirmed 450 Global Series ranking points for winning this matchup, for going into the quarterfinals on your side. Over the console, whether that be the PlayStation or the Xbox, but we are in the Xbox round of 16. It looks like headsets are back on. We've got the Turtle Beachers in action. And it looks like, just looking over the Gfinity Arena, that we are going to be getting back underway here. Second leg action coming up.
If you have just joined, you only missed one goal. And that goal came in the 80th minute, which kind of speaks a lot of how the first leg went. Was it 5-6 chances from #Rhyme? I don't think we even saw one shot registered from Tass. As you can see, how many of those orange shirts back for him with that 5 at the back that he does tend to play, and yeah, it can be effective for him. But if he does go 2-0 down, expecting to make a change, going to the 3-5 to get players forward.
FaZe versus #. What a game this is.
And two good friends as well. And you have to have a word about the UK scene. I think 7 players got through to the knockout stage. Just looking here again. You've got Tex, Stokes, Lyrics, #Harry, Battlecat, FaZe Tass, #Ryan. 7 UK representatives through to the knockouts. I know there's a lot of them on the Xbox, but to get through in a major to the round of 16.
7 out of 32 as well. That's pretty much nearly a quarter of all the players. That's what you used to say about German players.
Yeah. And normally, you know, without going out on a limb on the German players, we don't often see a lot of them get to the latter stages. Obviously, the one time we did was back in Bucharest, where it was Hasu and Dulan Mike in that cross-console final. But other than that, it's normally the same names, the Megabits, the Mo Albers.
I think on Xbox, you've seen such an era of domination going back a couple of years now, really. If you look at the winners that Xbox have had.
Here's a chance now, quickly. And there's an equaliser, just as simple as that for Tass.
It has very much been the same winners across a lot of the events, whether that be MS Desari, Tex now, going back, Gorilla, Tass. These are sort of the names that were just dominating the console, in all honesty. And now you're seeing this sort of new blood coming into the scene. Or I shouldn't say new blood, I should say re-emerging talent coming back, because the likes of Stokes have been players for a number of years. This year has been their year.
Just as we were talking about that, Tass did bounce back straight away with an equaliser. Wasn't even timed. 97 overall, as we know. And we've been singing the praises of that R9 Prime Icon moment. The Brazilian forward popping up once again with a big goal. And you just saw it there. There was a tackle that came in from Van Dijk. Somehow the ball went through his legs and straight past the hands of David De Gea to bring this game all back square. And I was saying, if he goes down 2-0, we might need to see a change. That's not the case. We're pretty much back at 0-0. The 5 at the back will stick, and he has bounced back in this, Rich.
Yeah, it's all about early goals, in all honesty. Just taking the risk as well. Last game, it seemed a little bit reluctant to shoot from areas where he wasn't guaranteed a goal. And as soon as the game finished, I saw the face cam of, I just looked over and saw he was frustrated. It was self-frustration with himself because he'd not registered anything on goal.
You can hear a number of roars happening around as well. I think that could be in the NSET Martial game. The Brazilian player there, currently 3 goals to 2 up against Megabit. Once again, though, you can do well in Swiss-style format and get a 5-0. It's all about the second day, the third day. We've seen players, as we said, like the Mo Alba who went 5-0. We've seen a handful of PlayStation players that have done really well in Swiss-style, but the knockouts is a different story.
Yeah, it really is. It's all about coming back with that same level of performance day after day after day.
That's a massive performance for him, especially where he sits on those Global Series rankings. The Team RCL 74th at the moment, on the brink of getting into that top 60. So that will do wonders for him if he can hang on to that game, but do not write off Werder Bremen's Megabit anytime soon. 30 minutes into this one, only a goal scored and all square on aggregate.
He's definitely playing with more intent from what I can see right here is Tass. He's more direct in his passing. He seems to be more, I'd say, reluctant to go backwards. In other games there with Vieira, he goes all the way back. Now he's looking for a sideways pass to almost open the door
Just look at the amount of yellow shirts back as well. If you look at the mini-map there, no player is anywhere even near the halfway line, let alone in Tass's half. Everybody behind the ball just to try and defend. That's exactly what they've done for Ryan. Their scores coming in, as you can see them. #Harry in a 2-2 game in the first leg. Now that is 4 goals to 3 for #Harry. He's in front. Obviously, that's how some of the scores are looking. They are being updated as well. Tex 3-0 up against Janos. That's a correct scoreline. Just looking down as well.
That's a mistake. That's an awful switch of play. Doesn't even tell him twice. And he gave a corner away. This is where he was susceptible of a couple of chances that #Ryan was created. Ronaldo's down in the box. It looks like he's got a little bit of a an issue with the goalkeeper there.
We saw that a few times though. Yes, Tass likes to keep the ball, but he's made a few mistakes. To the back post where David is actually going to punch it back into danger. Ryan's still in possession now. He's going to recycle it between the likes of Modric and Ramos. Now R9 will pick it up and slowly build into something here for Ryan, who gets it on the edge of the box now. Has to be patient. Look at the numbers back. Everybody behind the ball, everybody in the box. Here comes the shot. It was green. Took a wicked deflection, but bounced straight back to Tass. Both players trying to create something in the final third, but when there's 11 people behind the ball, it's kind of hard sometimes to find a gap where that ball's going to go.
I just saw a stat there in the top left that #Ryan had 68% of the ball in this first half so far, which is something that
you'd probably see off Tass, wouldn't you?
Rarely see going against Tass. I think Dax did it to him as well in the first leg of the first half. I seem to remember Dax having over 60% possession of the ball with 98% passing accuracy.
It comes down to the fact of you just take the ball away from someone that enjoys keeping it. You starve them with the ball, they have to play differently, they have to come out and attack you. And once again, you can see the yellow shirts behind the ball. The only man in front is Ronaldo, just outside that semicircle there. For Ryan, in comes that cross from Marcelo. Hullet will collect it.
See, he's crossed there because he's got nothing else to really go for. It's sort of, sometimes when you get in areas out wide, people just cross the ball for crossing's sake. There were no, I don't think Ronaldo were even in the box. The only player that were in there were Hullet. And really, it was sort of like an aimless cross. I think he saw half-time would come in. That was going to be his final chance of the first half. The goals around the grounds. As it stands,
Battle Cat
in the round of 16.
4-0 up. What a performance.
Yeah, we've seen 2 big performances from the 2 big talking point players from yesterday. MS Desari, 5-1 up against Marcus Gomes. F2 Tex, 3-0 up and still cruising against Gfinity Janos. De Gaucho and #Harry, 4 apiece. What a game that is. Ryan's teammate Harry in an absolute slobber knocker.
I won't speak too loudly, but whoever wins this game in our focus matchup will be facing probably MS Desari. Looking at that scoreline, he's 5-1 up against Marcus Gomes. Not sure what minute that is in the second leg, but it's going to be either Tass or Ryan potentially up against MS Desari. That's going to be one hell of a matchup in the quarterfinals. That'll be coming Sunday, by the way. All quarterfinal action on PlayStation and on Xbox will be happening on our Championship Sunday. So after this round of 16, we'll be going over to the PlayStation with all of our Swiss-style matches.
And after a disappointing first leg, seems as though Tass is turning this game around right now. Big interval period here. There's no time limit on how long you can speak to your coach. I think Tass a little bit under the weather.
In the way it works is as well that the rules that have been implemented in competitive FIFA, you speak to your coach at half-time, at full-time, in between the games. They can't give you advice when the ball is actually in play. So a few words there from #Honey Badger. He'll be playing at the E-Nations Cup next week for New Zealand. Wonder what he's saying there to #Ryan, because the game is all square. And we are back underway for our last half of the action. We might need extra time, we don't know that yet. And there's the change from Tass. Pele on for Marcelo. And you should be able to see Vieira drop back into that 5 at the back if he's needing to use it.
I think he's not gone 3 at the back yet. He's gone 5-3-2 still. He's just brought on Pele at left wing back because he's more attacking than Marcelo. Often when you're using Marcelo at left wing back in a 5 at the back, you only attack down your right hand side. You're reluctant to play to your left. You might not think it, but in your brain you are. You're constantly going to Mbappe, Mbappe, Mbappe. Whereas when you go on to bring Pele on at left wing back, you're a lot more open to attacking down that left hand side. Also, who do you want in the final third if you've got a chance at the back post? Do you want Marcelo or do you want Pele? The obvious answer is going to be the Brazilian icon.
Yeah, overall 99 for item as well. That prime icon moment. Here we go, Vieira. Look at that run. You can just see from Messi. So Modric, I want to say. In fact, Messi hasn't been introduced yet. It was actually Ryan that was using him in the last game. Said it perfectly there, Richard. He's had the possession, Ryan. Just what can he do with it now? Coming down this right-hand side with R9. All drag back there to try and open some kind of space for Ramos. Just a simple switch all the way over. Has to be patient against a man that I'm sure will have a number of players behind that ball. You can just see on the mini-map there, right in the middle of your screen at the bottom, look at the amount of red bodies. It's like a wall.
Yeah, that's what a lot of competitive FIFA is. It's defending deep, soaking up the pressure, and then hitting people on the counter very quickly.
For example, situations like that where R9's picked up the ball. Look, now you've got 3 players around you. You have to just give and go. Try and find any space you can. Because even around the edge of the box, there's 3 players there. There's no chance for that finesse.
Look how deep he is.
Look at the feet work. Ronaldo now. What a block from Maldini. Heroic defending.
Just look how deep he is, though. He's pretty much sat next to the goalkeeper. That's what the drop back will do. It enables you to sit off and sit super deep and let your opponent come onto you.
And that's why so many players have implemented it into their games, because it is so difficult to break down. There's the through ball. Is he going to be on? Ronaldo now. Surely will not be missing that. Time to perfection. A typical Tass finish.
It's almost like I've seen competitive FIFA before. You sit back, you soak up the pressure, and then he's hit him on the counter. Very quick. One through ball down the line. It was a lovely threaded through ball.
And of course, it was time green, wasn't it, Richard? Cristiano Ronaldo just about getting around the right side of Rafael Varane. He had the strength as well and the pace to hold himself up against the French defender. And now he's going to put himself in front by 2 goals to 1.
Low-driven time green past the goalkeeper. It's not been a classy Tass performance, but sometimes you just got to dig in deep.
Get the job done, which still got 25 minutes or so to hold on, and Ryan will come at him now. Expect to maybe see a change in 5 minutes or so. Mbappe, edge of the box, Paqueta from him. Didn't actually do anything though. Instead just gets dispossessed again, and this is where Tass can go and keep possession now. He's in front. But we've seen it a few times when he's tried to keep possession in that final pass. Hasn't been great. He's been dispossessed a few times.
And I'm just hearing a lot of shouts in and around the Gfinity Arena right now. Team Martial 5-3 leading against Megabit.
What a story that is for the Brazilian. 74th in those Global Series rankings. He needs one hell of a performance. And that's exactly what he's doing right now for his organisation. There's a finesse. Oh, it's just about dropped into the corner. Neymar Jr.
Yeah, he's not happy with that goal. It's a shake of the head from Ryan. It's an effective way of scoring this year. Little dink into his path. Sort of made famous, you'd say, by Ajax, Danny.
It's one of those, isn't it?
The chipped ball into him. Finessed first time from Neymar.
Just can't really do much about it with even the goalkeeper movement as well, because you just simply do not expect it to come in so fast like he did. And he kind of hooked it. Neymar hooked it over the goalkeeper as well. We said Ryan was going to come out and play. He's done exactly that, and now we're back all square again at 2-2. Really nothing to separate them. Tass now back on the attack. Cristiano Ronaldo, ball roll. To a few step overs. And he'll be working the next chance.
Absolutely nothing to separate these two with 15 minutes left to go.
might even have to have extra time. Switched all the way back over.
A number of these games now coming into the last 10 minutes are so even. Rebel Stokes 3, Lyrics 4, Dax 3, Joey 4. In this game, 2 apiece.
Hashtag Harry 6-4 up against Agacho. Battlecat, as you said, 5-0 up. He is cruising through. Some players, they may play well in Swiss, and you think, okay, can they continue? You may have finished with a 3-2 Battlecat, but he got those 3 wins where he needed to, had a good old sleep, and then came back into today, and he's up against Rafsu, and he has not conceded a goal. Defensively, oh, he has just conceded a goal. 5-1, but still, defensively, he has looked good. Battlecat has looked very strong. Looking forward to seeing him. He could be coming up in his next matchup, up against Dax or Joey. In what is going to be a great game there. And I think Joey...
I think it's just finished as well.
...has just beaten Dax in one hell of a matchup there. Looking at the scoreline, 4-3.
Joey goes through. Ajax Joey knocking out one of the favourites in PSG Dax. What a performance. We always know he's got it in him. We always know he's got a big performance in him. He's a big match player, I feel like. Whenever he comes to an event, he always makes the latter stages.
You don't travel all the way over from New York, I believe he's based in, to not perform. He's done exactly that. Added time at 2 minutes. We're about to go into extra time unless there's a chance. Referee plays on from a supposed free kick nearly there from R9. He was fouled. I think Tass knows he's going to extra time as well. Yep, he's going to hook it long down the line. 180 minutes can separate them. We're going to need 30 more to try and do so.
It's what we're expecting. We were expecting tense. We were expecting narrow margins. That's exactly what we've had. 2 of the best British FIFA players, 2 of the best players in the world coming head-to-head in a knockout game of FIFA.
And Megabit
is out.
I believe has just lost his game there. You can't really see the reaction. There we go.
Live feed for you. Megabit is out. You go 5-0. It means nothing if you don't turn up on day 2.
We can see the scoreline, and we can see the pure emotion down there on the arena floor. A huge VAML.
So let's just get this right. Megabit and Dax are both knocked out of the competition in the round of 16.
What is happening in the round of 16 stages here? He spoke to Megabit. He was 5-0 in Swiss-style format. Comes into today, round of 16. He's out of the competition. Team Martial, 74th in the Global Series rankings. 450 more points to his name. Look at the relief on him. What a game that is. 5-4 as well. Wow. Some huge upsets potentially. He could even go in safe. Just looking at the rankings. But they're here for a reason. Everybody's at this tournament for a reason. And just going to shake Megabit's hand now. However, it's not all joy for everybody on this stage or in this arena. There's still got extra time in our game, our featured game between the 2 UK players, Tass and Ryan. What a performances we're seeing all around here, Richard. Here we go, extra time now. 2-2 the scoreline, 30 more minutes needed.
I thought the Gfinity Arena always throws up shocks. Every single tournament, it always throws up surprise elements. And we've seen another one here. And it looks like hashtag Harry has just gone through there against De Gaucho. 6-5. That's the latest score in that game.
Yeah, I think he has as well. He's away from his console now, so I think that's concluded as a 6-5 win against De Gaucho, the German player there, who's still got a virtual Bundesliga final to attend to, so he's got Global Series points there as well. Plus, obviously, the points he would accumulate for getting him through, himself through, I should say, via Swiss-style format. However, this game, we saw the goal from Neymar. Had like a hook finish at dip. We've seen Gareth Bale introduced as well, Richard.
I see Desari's just stood up as well. A comfortable 9-1 win for Desari against Marcus Gomes.
Commiserations, Marcus Gomes. You know, that's not the nicest draw to get around a 16 against a world champion, but He has got himself through Swiss style. He has got himself some more Global Series ranking points. And he's had a great season, Marcus Gomes. 11th in those Global Series rankings. Coming out of that rest of the world region. And has been doing so many great things. He'll be at the E-Nations Cup next week. So I'm sure he'll be staying in the UK for a few more days. Him and FUT with Marco teaming up there.
Official Australian players in the E-Nations Cup.
Got to think forward to that now.
A number of official national players here at FUT Champions Cup 6. Megabit for Germany, S2 Tex for England.
Nearly at a half-time point in extra time. Surely not a penalty shootout to decide this game. Someone's got to give something. Someone's going to have to go and attack. Very patient.
The referee has indicated
from Tass, of course. Will he go forward in added time? Well, he's only got 1 minute. He's probably not going to get far unless the referee will play on. No.
I'm just looking down to my right-hand side, Brandon. It looks like the Rafsu Battlecat has wrapped up as well. Battlecat going through there. In the end, 5-2. It looks like Tex has stopped playing as well. 4-0 victory for him in the end. He goes through against Janos. We've got 2 games left remaining. We've got Stokes against Lyrics, 5-4. Lyrics is leading, and the game that you're seeing right now on your screen.
Which is currently 2-2. So they're the last 2 games in the round of 16, but the storylines are simple. Dax out, Megabit out, hashtag Harry through, Tex goes through as well, Battlecat through, Joey through. Looking forward to these quarterfinals, going to be on Sunday. Amazing games.
Yeah, so just having a little look at the bracket that I've got in front of me right now, we can start to sort of see how the lay of the land is going to look. We're going to be seeing Team Marcial against Tex in the quarterfinal. Looking down, it's going to be hashtag Harry versus the winner of
UK
Stokes
game.
and Lyrics. Yeah. Joey against Battlecat in the quarterfinal, and then the final quarterfinal will be Tass or Ryan, whoever wins this matchup, against the world champion, MS Dasari. What a set of quarterfinals we've got to look forward to.
We got a penalty shootout. I wouldn't even say to look forward to in this game.
There will be a chance for one of these 2 players in the remaining 15 minutes. Who it will fall to, Tass or Ryan? That will be the question. And more importantly, will it be taken?
Yeah, exactly that. I think there's definitely going to be one big chance, Richard.
Yeah.
Just who is it going to fall to? What's Honey Badger been saying to Ryan in the last 15 minutes? We are in extra time. One of our final games to conclude from this round of 16.
You've just seen the changes there. De Bruyne's on, Neymar's on, and Pele, the 3 substitutions for Tass in the 5-3-2. I think you said Bale had been introduced for hashtag Ryan. I remember that unbelievable goal he scored with Gareth Bale at the Club World Cup. A direct free kick from Gareth Bale on the edge of the box, the 92 SBC. Probably the 93 FUT birthday striker, Gareth Bale, in use here.
Well, here we go then. 15 more minutes to play. It was hyped up for a reason. You guys voted to watch it at home. And it's going all the way to the end. 4-goal score, but still nothing to separate the 2 on the scoreline other than a 2-2 score. Because we said you can watch out for Bale. Number 19, he's making that run. Can he get onto it? Oh, I was going to say lock back onto that one. He does just about do that. Does David De Gea?
I just took a massive deep breath there because I thought
we saw it with clutch yesterday,
if the game was decided through a mistake like that from the goalkeeper and a mix-up.
It's going to be one chance. It's going to be one big chance. Who will that chance fall to? A bit of luck or a bit of class, one of those 2 elements to potentially decide it.
Tom Stokes has just got a goal back. 5-5 against Lyrics.
We might have another extra time to attend to after this. The UK players
are going all the way in the UK derbies.
Wow. Amazing stuff from the UK scene there. 5-5 in that one, 2-2 over here. Minutes left, seconds left. Someone's got to go forward and give something in this game.
He's making sure that he gets the last chance in this matchup.
This is making me think back to Danuto, Ryan.
Yeah, oh, don't remind Ryan of that.
He can't hear me. Lucky this one's not actually for
a grand final spot.
Well, technically, the points could maybe help you towards that, but I'll make sure I'll keep quiet now. Here we go. Last attack of the game. It's going to fall to Ryan. Oh, that was the ball that nearly fell over to Pele, who made the run.
100 minutes,
Oh, it's going to be a
seconds.
penalty shootout. It's going to be a penalty shootout to decide it. He's playing his time. Sometimes that's where we got to go.
Tass already won a penalty shootout here in the tournament in Swiss round
But he
one.
played against Russia. Here he comes first. De Bruyne down the middle. I think that's that penalty shootout he had against Russia in the EPL.
Pele stepping up to the spot, 12 yards out for #Ryan. Approaching, straight down the middle, composure from Ryan.
It's a penalty shootout for his place in the quarterfinals. Tass steps up with Neymar, saved by #Ryan.
Guess the right way, it's a lottery. Gareth Bale, super sub. Gareth Bale, number 19 for #Ryan. Steps up to the spot again, straight down the middle.
Advantage to Ryan now. Pele can't miss this one. Down that right-hand side and will score for Tass. Big, big goal.
Yeah, good penalty there. So Ryan's gone down the middle twice from his penalties. He does a little step to the left, approaches the ball, dead centre.
Oh, no, off the post! And ricochets back to the keeper. Back square again, Ronaldo now. Surely he's never missing on this stage. Oh, he is! He's missing! You do not put him down to miss.
Ronaldo stepping up to the spot. 12 yards out. CR7, compose yourself. Saved!
Oh my God, you would not put Ronaldo down to miss. Vieira now. How influential can he be for Tass? Does score and scores a massive goal.
This is the penalty. #Ryan. Luka Modric stepping up to the spot.
Has to score.
Will he send us to sudden death? Or will Tass be going through down the middle and he's saved? Tass goes through to the quarterfinals in the most dramatic circumstances possible.
Wow, what an ending to the round of 16 on the Xbox at the Gfinity Arena. Two UK giants at it. And look at the reaction there. It had to go down to penalties. It had to go down to the lottery between the two. Two massive friends in the FIFA scene. And you saw the expression from Ryan when he went to sudden death. That worried expression on his face. And it was anyone's game.
I don't think we're done yet, because you look into the left of him, Lyrics looks like he could potentially still be in a game against Stokes. The latest that we know is it's 5-5 between Rebel Stokes and Lyrics.
And I've just seen Lyrics take a massive swig of something to get him going.
Here we go.
Are we into extra time? Here we go. Where are we? Yes, we are. Oh, we've just started this. Brilliant. 30 minutes of extra time action. Round of 16 is still not done.
So the lay of the land in this game. Lyrics won the first leg, 4-2. Stokes then with a dramatic comeback, 3-1. And then we're here, extra time, 5-all. Winner plays #Harry in the quarterfinal.
Oh no, another UK matchup there. Obviously Stokes playing for Rebel FC. Currently in a great ranking position as well for him on those Global Series rankings. 13th, and Lyrics just above them as well.
Chance here.
Here's a chance, all the way across. Oh, you do not miss them.
How was that go wide?
Pele does not miss them. That's a lifeline for Lyrics.
He did so well as well to create the opportunity. Mbappe down the left-hand side, cut back to Ronaldinho.
How about this one for a stat, Lyrics? 23 points separate these two in the Global Series rankings. So whoever wins this is going to leapfrog the other one. Going to the knockouts. Oh my days.
What a save from David De Gea that is.
Off the shoulder. Little scoop into the cross, out for a corner. The games are delivering here in the round of 16. And it comes. David De Gea's been moved off his line, moved straight back into that goal. Scoop from Modric. Ronaldo's, oh, he was in there, and he would have went for an acrobatic as well. Eusebio this time, through the legs. Recycled back to Ronaldo. Can he get around the right side of his man? De Gea was on the floor, lucky enough.
Don't know what David De Gea were doing. Just diving at the feet there.
Could just see on the face cam as well of Lyrics on the left-hand side. Tass and Ryan, obviously great friends there. Superb sportsmanship as well between the two. That went to a penalty shootout if you did miss it, and Tass going through to face MS Dasari in the quarter-finals on tomorrow, I should say, Sunday, Championship Sunday. Stokes now, Ronaldinho into Vieira! He's always there for a big game!
Patrick Vieira, left-footed, time green finish. He popped up at the biggest moment for Tom Stokes to smash him into the lead. The first time in this entire series that he has taken the lead, and it's in extra time for Rebel FC.
Is it enough though? There's still 15 more minutes in extra time for sure. Added time of 2 minutes. He will get one more attack for Lyrics. Lyrics won his first leg 4 goals to 2, so he lost his second one. Wow, an incredible scoreline. 3 goals to 1. Now we're in extra time. Of course, 6 goals to 5. Balls comes in there. David De Gea. Good bit of goalkeeper movement again there from Stokes.
Should take us into half time there. In extra time, 15 more minutes to find a winner.
You can just see some of the round of 16 games. 8 games in total. Look at some of the scorelines there. Some of the big upsets. Team Martial, the Brazilian from Netshoes Esports, going through against Megabit. 5 goals to 4.
Let's not forget, Megabit went 5-0 in Swiss yesterday. It was perfect.
FaZe Tass against #Ryan 2-2 penalty shootout. You could just see there the penalty sign, meaning he goes through on a penalty shootout win there. Battle Cap 5-2 for him. Joey 4 goals to 3 against Dax. Some incredible round of 16 matches up here. 15 minutes left. Stokes has the slight advantage. That goal coming from Vieira, of all people.
Gareth Bale on again. It's the second time we've seen him introduced in extra time. I think reason Gareth Bale brings on, not only is he unbelievable going forward, defensive, that's a penalty.
Oh no, accelerated fake shot. Rafael Varane was involved. He could hold his hands up inside, did not touch him, but was it Ronaldo that had the accelerated fake shot, went down on the floor?
Just driving at him, weren't he? If you look back at the replay, just driving at the defence. Hull it up. Oh, saved it! No one
rebound,
can score a
on
penalty!
the save again, Courtois will save it.
No one can score a penalty!
What's a chance? That's a lifeline for Lyrics.
I was literally stood behind Tom Stokes before this game, when they were warming up, and I said, in a knockout game, just go down the middle. They always dive.
Unfortunate for him, he's gone that way, and Lyrics has matched it. Here's Gareth Bale now. Can he be the super sub? Back to Eusebio. Just about dealt with, but what a chance that was. If Stokes scores that, he goes 7-5 up, and probably through to the quarterfinals. Can't worry about that now, though. Has to move on. Put that to the back of his mind, as hard as that's going to be. The opportunity to go via 2 goals up. Lyrics, you're going to get one more huge chance to either send yourself to a penalty shootout, which, as we saw before, can go all the way to sudden death. Look at the run on the right-hand side. He's going to pick out Mbappe. Is he going to win the running race against Rafael Varane? No, he's not.
Just done enough, though, Ante, getting the ball as far away as possible. And a late pause here.
A massive pause as well, because this is got 2 players. You'll see looking at Stokes' setup here, so I can imagine it's going to be
complete opposite for Lyrics.
Just stay back and defend this lead out for me, please. Here we go. 4 minutes, not even that, about 3 and a bit left in this game. Will we see an equaliser? Will we see another penalty shootout in this round of 16 that is certainly delivered? Or will Stokes just be able to see this through? Big switch all the way over to Marcelo there. About to say Martial, that one, I've seen him involved for a long time. Oh no!
Team Martial on the brain.
What a result that was for Team Martial, the Brazilian. 74th in the Global Series rankings, Rich. That's going to be an amazing story if he
Last chance saloon.
Continue something there. Last chance for Lyrics. Oh no. I think he's there. Stokes should be there. His game to lose. You can see the facial expression from Lyrics as well. He knows it's probably over. Keeper's off his line just to try and get the ball back for him. Oh no, Courtois He had to come out. Mbappe, the skills are out. Referee, we are concluded. Rebel Stokes, congratulations. He goes on through to a quarter-final against #Harry tomorrow.
I feel drained. What a set of games we just saw there in the round of 16. Convincing performances from the big boys, you've got to say. From the two favourites, Dasari and Tex, they went through with flying colours. The rest of the pack, an unbelievably tight set of games. We had penalty shootouts, we had extra time, we had late goals. And in the end, 8 go through to the quarterfinals, and 2 of them on your screen right there, Stokes and